that the Knicks starters did not play in the fourth quarter. Of course, final score in that Game 6 victory in Atlanta, 140-89. So already Philadelphia a little closer to that. 15 points closer to me, in fact. But New York looking to build on that lead with under 5 to play. Mike Brown said this series, it all starts with Embiid and Maxey, making sure that you contain them. As Porty finishes and the foul.
Tyler Kolek is balling. He's looking for his offense here. I love it. Come off the bench and make things happen. They've just been aggressive, knocking down threes, but attacking off the bounce. Just a beautiful no-look pass right there. But you said it best. Kolek making the most of his time here in this game. Six minutes played, 8 points, 3 assists. He might need to play more often.
And that is really impressive company. 1986 Celtics, the last time one team has ever ended a series by winning by 30-plus and opened the next series by winning by 30-plus. That is about as elite a group as you're going to find.
That's a rarefied air right there. That 86 Celtics team, one of the best ever. This Knicks team is starting to play their best ball at the right time of the season.
.4:22 to play. And Watford's going to go to the free throw line. So what Mike Brown said, Embiid and Maxey the head of the snake. You have to hope that they just miss some shots, which today they certainly did. But he said they're arguably a top 3 duo in the game. And the biggest thing defensively in this series was going to be guarding at the point of attack and making sure that they do an excellent job of staying in front of as many of the ball handlers as they can.
And I thought they did a good job with Maxey in that first half. They showed a lot of bodies. You know, he is so good going downhill. They pressured the basketball. Got a little frustrated, I thought, at times, settled for some tough shots. Really only getting to the line is what kept him going. But nice scheme and execution defensively for the Knicks.
Kolek finally misses. He's 8 points and 3 assists in 6 minutes off the bench.
Well, and it's that type of guard, right? The little quick guards that have given New York some problems. And I thought just from a concentration level to come out, as you said, Grant, that they were locked in from the jump.
Jemai Broome in the game now for Philadelphia, the rookie out of Auburn. Edwards out there with under 4 to play. Trying to split, and he got tripped up by Diawara. Well, Josh Hart was asked after their first round victory and understanding that they are the only team, New York now, to advance past the first round in the last 4 NBA playoffs in the entire league. He said, when he was asked what type of accomplishment that was, like, well, not much. That's not our goal. Our goal isn't just to make the second round. The goal is to advance through all the way to the finals. And then, of course, the ultimate goal is to win the NBA championship, which the Knicks' next step after making the Eastern Conference Finals would be getting to the NBA Finals. Right now, Minnesota with a 2-point lead with 3 minutes to play in the first half over on Peacock and NBCSN. But Art, and really this team overall has been very honest. Jalen Brunson was asked about the fact that with the Celtics now eliminated, the Knicks are potentially the heavy betting favorites the rest of the way in the Eastern Conference, and he shrugged that off, said it doesn't mean anything for us as well. We've got to focus on what we expect to be a very challenging series with this 76er team.
Well, you have this group that has been together for those 4 years, and I love that they haven't really made big-time changes. They kept this core together, obviously brought a new leader, a new coach in. But at the end of the day, look, it's about championship. That's the expectation as Diawara there with an easy layup. Getting to the second round, I mean, that's great, but that's not what it's about here, not the goal for this team. And as you said, with the Boston out of it and certainly Detroit, a young team, up and coming, how can they fare in a deep playoff run? Indiana, obviously the season they had. For the Knicks, the pathway there to the conference finals and possibly the finals is there. Not looking too far ahead, but certainly you got to make the most of the opportunity when it presents itself, and this may be the year for the Knicks to get to the finals.
You think about who's remaining and who's going to potentially be in the way here in the Eastern Conference for New York. This Philadelphia team they eliminated 2 years ago in the first round. Cleveland they eliminated as well in Brunson's first year against Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers. And then last year, first round against Detroit, they took them out in 6 games in what was a highly competitive series.
Well, the teams that have given them trouble in the last few years in the playoffs are both out, Boston and Indiana. And so, you know, they have the sort of psychological edge against those other teams because they've beaten them before. I know every season is different, but the Knicks are feeling good and feeling like this may be the year for them.
Dottier for 2 more.
Yeah, I say that respectfully because there's a lot more left in this series.
No doubt.
And obviously Detroit and Cleveland, formidable, could be opponents as well.
As Watford adds another deuce. You know Miami as well, who beat them a couple years back en route to the NBA Finals as an 8 seed. In fact, New York has Shamet laces one from the outside. It is a 40-point game with 2.5 to play. New York has actually lost to lower seeds each of the last couple of years as they've tried to make their run to the NBA Finals.
You don't see many playoff games that feel like pickup. This has that feel in the fourth quarter.
Edwards responds. There's only been 2 teams in NBA playoff history that have won 2 straight games by 40 or more points. That was, no team has ever won 2 straight by 40 or more. There's only been 2 teams that have won back-to-back by 30 or more. We talked about that 86 Celtics team, and last year the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1 did it as well. But no team has done 40 or more in back-to-back games. The Knicks are 3 points away and 156 left of potentially doing that.
You worry a little bit. I think San Antonio's going through it right now. Rest versus rust. New York's had some time off and no rust here. It's been a very impressive performance in game 1.
Johni Broome will let it fly. That was not what he was known for as an All-American at Auburn. Kolek, Shamet, quick trigger. Rebound knocked to the outside. And the Knicks scored their most points in a playoff game in franchise history in Game 6 against Atlanta. That was 140 in their last game. They're at 135 with 120 to play. New York is 19 of 36 from 3. Broome floater. And that's going to be basket interference. Philly just can't get anything.
And Johni Broome's thinking, I'm getting a playoff basket. That thing's getting taken off the board.
What an outstanding college player that Broome turned out to be over the last 2 seasons at Auburn. Was in the running for National Player of the Year last year and did it in his own way at his speed. Really fun to watch. Shamet, hook it, Dottier. Final minute here in game 1 that has been dominated by New York. Step away, Shamet, no. Dottier offensive rebound. Inside the slam. Huck Porty showing off the hops. .38 seconds remaining. Takeaway by Shamet. And then a knock out of bounds by Terry. Well, it is definitely an Empire state of mind right now. And the Knicks feel like they're on the top of the castle. Unstoppable force. It's more than just a fantasy right now for New York. It's becoming a reality. With each game that passes, the Knicks looking stronger. 140 in Game 6 against Atlanta. 137 points tonight. And a 39-point beatdown in Game 1 of the second round. The New York Knicks take a 1-0 lead. 137-98.